Okay.
All right, here we are, folks. It's our second edition of Eckert's Hypothetical Corner and Lunch Review. And we had a few responses to your last one about basically it was not bathing, brushing, or using deodorant for 3 months, and you weren't able to tell anybody. How much money would it take? I think the responses dealt with mostly large sums of money. One said that they had to be able to go to an island away from everybody they knew for those 3 months, which I don't know if that would constitute an answer, because part of the scenario involves being around those you know for some part of that time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that does it, but and somebody did ask, I believe Shelley Leiser said something about getting her teeth fixed, because going for that long without brushing, she might lose some of the enamel. So
that's all right. You can get money to recover for that.
Yes, that and $20,000 cash, and she'd do it. I'm not that. I think I'd ask for a little more money, considering I would immerse myself in the same population and just see what happens.
Just experiment, right?
Yeah. So anyway, so we had some response. We're hoping for a few more responses this week. But this week you have a new hypothetical question for us. So hit us with that.
All right. The hypothetical I have for this time around is, if you owned a bar or restaurant, how would you make the bathroom the best bathroom you could possibly make? And the reason I asked this question is actually because I was watching Bar Rescue, one of the greatest shows.
I have never seen an episode.
Oh, it's terrific. Absolutely
just like terrific. One of those shows where, like the Property Brothers, where they get two fake actors who don't know anything about the construction or remodeling business, but they queue them up. And they,
no,
you know these guys are fake because they're manscaped on their beards and everything. They have no dirt on their fingernails.
Yeah.
And the real estate dude I can understand, but the guy who's the construction brother, no way. Nobody looks that man pretty in his construction work.
Right.
So you've seen Bar Rescue, so this is your idea.
Right,
so,
in Bar Rescue what they had was, this guy goes into bars and he fixes them up and teaches them how to run the business right, which is great for like my business classes. If I could show Bar Rescue in my marketing class, it would be absolutely perfect. But I don't think that administration would probably want that to be shown, Bar Rescue.
Maybe a cappuccino bar. Or
Right.
bar. Or
So
bar.
you're right.
You know what? Here's what I'd say. Let's get that going, but put that latte cappuccino thing in the corner over here as you come up the stairs. It's a perfect spot. A little kiosk-y thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so in Bar Rescue they had one of the things they put in the bathroom was a urinal where you played a game on a screen.
I've played games at urinals before, but I don't know if any were digital.
So you were racing. Actually, it was a racing game.
Yeah. And, well, there's, my favorite line about that comes from Patrick Swayze movie about he did a bar rescue. Roadhouse.
Oh, Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Terrific.
Sam Elliott, one of the greatest actors of all time, was his mentor. And so Patrick Swayze calls up Sam Elliott at the bar Sam's working at, and Sam starts talking about his clientele, and he doesn't think they're very, how shall I say, intelligent, I guess, because he goes, we have a sign above the urinal that says, don't eat the pink mint. Great line from that movie. Anyway, so they have a game to play in front. I'm guessing this is more of a guy-oriented thing, because...
Well, I don't know, where do girls want a bathroom? A couch or something?
I don't frankly spend more time in there than I have to.
I don't know. Maybe girls can tell us what they want.
It's flowery. It's flowery too.
Smelling things, flowers all over the place.
Here's a good story, and people will say, Dan, how do you know that it's kind of flowery and nice smelling in a women's bathroom? Well, just offhand, last summer we were traveling to way up in northeast Iowa to pick up a horse. My wife likes horses and critter lovers, so we were getting another one so we can complete the herd. Every one of us now, my daughters, my wife, and I have a horse.
Right.
Along the way, we have to stop and fill up with gas at a Casey's, and I had to make a pit stop myself, and I was in a big hurry. So I run in there, go to the bathroom, go into the stall, shut the door, think to myself, Dan, there's no urinals when you step in here. So, in the process, of course, find out, because two ladies came in. But that was indeed in the women's bathroom. You talk about a hypothetical question. What do you do in that situation? Well, I just bit my tongue, stayed quiet, wrote it out, and zoomed out of there as fast as I could.
Absolutely.
And that was at Casey's. It's not really flowery, but in movies they always have something there. So
I always hear about women wanting to talk in the bathroom and converse. So I'm thinking like.
from my experience, yes, they chatted. I didn't say a thing
something to help that out.
because I just sounded like a real deep voiced lady in there. It just wasn't going to scare the heck out of anybody. So, but I would say so. Now, a guy's bathroom, I want stainless steel. I want the ability to, when you're done, when you close it, it seals up and you push a button from the exterior and foaming jets of cleaner and water come out and there's a big drain in the middle, and when you're done, everything is clean and shiny and done. I don't like spending time cleaning the bathroom.
That's good, yeah.
I don't know if that makes it a best bathroom, but it's just my idea of one where it's easy to clean. Okay, so any other toys or things they had in his bathroom?
No, that was the only thing I saw. It was pretty neat. I have seen where they had a waterfall though, and instead of a urinal, it's a waterfall. I thought that was the coolest thing.
A waterfall, so you never had to flush.
There was no, it just goes into the waterfall.
Yeah, and you know what would be cool though? I think it'd be kind of cool is if you had some sort of talking urinal, just started talking to you, just for fun. Okay. Just say anything you wanted to, just start telling jokes or something.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I know. I think I'd leave. I don't know. No. So best bathroom. What? And people out there that are more design oriented, interior design, things like that. Hey, give us some thoughts on this. Send us some pictures. I think it'd be a good idea. Your best bathroom ever if you owned a bar or a restaurant. Doesn't matter what kind of bar or restaurant.
No, whatever you want.
No, because my favorite restaurant or bar in the world is a place called Greasewood Flats. And it's in the Arizona desert. And one of the neatest places I've ever seen, but I can't see this place. I'm not even sure if it had a bathroom. It was out in the desert. And it was really cool. They'd have weddings and things there. I was there several times when I was in Arizona. But I can't recall the restroom at all. I do remember a donkey and a horse while we came in through the desert.
Your kind of bar.
No, I kind of bar. Friends in low places kind of thing. So, there you go, guys. Give us some ideas on the best bathroom if you owned a bar/restaurant of any kind. Men or women's bathroom, or both. We want to see what you got out there. Okay, I had to do this. We're going to transition to the lunch review today, right now. And I had to do this, Eckert. I brought it up because last week we had this meal. Roast turkey, breaded pork patty, mashed potatoes with gravy, broccoli florets, pear halves, kiwi, dinner roll, pumpkin dessert, and milk. They had the Thanksgiving meal last Thursday. Give us, yes. And then, of course, today we had the fabulous potluck lunch provided by staff. Oh, my gosh, it was awesome. I couldn't hardly breathe coming up the stairs. I ate so much. It was so good. Go on the roast turkey on the Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, you really can't. You really can't beat the Thanksgiving dinner. Everything's really good there. You got the turkey that is just as moist as you can get. A good turkey, tastes great.
The old school turkey we had growing up was like eating sand. It was so dry.
This
like
is
they
not,
let it out in the
close
sun
enough.
for 20 hours.
Yeah. So that's really good. The pork patty's actually really good too. It's a good amount of meat.
Just
not
breaded. Not a Thanksgiving thing.
I always go with the turkey.
Yeah.
But it's there for you if you need it. And then the mashed potatoes with the gravy. The gravy just sets it all up.
That's proof of God's existence itself, isn't it?
It is good gravy.
Oh, you can't beat good gravy. Oh,
it's good gravy. And then broccoli, that's always one of the favorite vegetables of everybody has. And the pears, also fruit.
They had stuffing on here too.
Oh, they had stuffing on the side. It was so good. It was perfect stuffing.
Oh.
That was available with the soup and the stuffing right there. So that was really good. But you know what really just sets this apart from everything else?
What's that?
That pumpkin dessert.
Yes.
That's what makes it a 10.
You can't get more Thanksgiving than pumpkin dessert.
It's probably a 9, and then you put that pumpkin dessert in there. It's a 10.
Seals the deal, doesn't it?
It's perfect.
It's like if you had to make the deal, You threw in that as an extra, and you're done. You feel happy
Yep,
about it. No matter
absolutely.
the cost is.
Absolutely.
And like as far as school meals go, this has to be. And don't say Crispito beats this. Just don't say it, please.
No, it doesn't.
This has
You're
to
right.
be
No,
number
it's-
one, doesn't it?
is.
For now. I mean, we may come
Yeah.
across one in the months to come that's a little better than this, and
I
combine
don't know.
combine it with the Thanksgiving season. We're going into break. We get this year we get basically 5 days off starting tomorrow. So everybody's in a good mood, and then you throw good food in there. You can't beat that. You
Just
can't beat
the
that.
whole atmosphere was incredible that day. I think everybody's just happy because of the
Oh,
meal.
that's one thing about living in Iowa, that when you have a good meal, you look forward to it. I think in last month's holiday memories, I started talking about when I was young, my Aunt Alice and my mom would be baking bread in the kitchen. And by 8 a.m. in the morning, that smell's wafting through the house, and you want to eat because you're hungry, because the smell makes you hungry, but you don't want to eat because you want to stuff your face till you can't move with all the good food. Yeah. And then they started the pies and everything else, and then the turkeys in the oven, and a few hours later you smell that. It just drives you nuts. I just remember that growing up. All the good anticipation of looking forward to a good meal is what sets this time.
One of my favorite holidays just because of the food.
Yes, yes. And you know what? Holiday movies. Are you a movie watcher?
I am. I do
Yeah.
like the holiday movies.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I love the holiday movies, but let's just take movies in general. We're going on a sidebar here. Just bear with us here. I love them. I watch probably a movie, 3 movies a week on Netflix.
Oh.
Just go home, and when I'm done with stuff, I'll flip it on, and I just love a good movie.
I have a 3-year-old. I can't do that.
Yeah, well, but if you give them some NyQuil, like a pint of it or something, you're fine. They're asleep. Right? Okay, but movies in general. We'll talk about the Christmas movies. I have a section in this month's newsletter about Christmas movies. In general, just movies. Genre doesn't matter. What's your top 1, 2, or 3, or top movie? What's your favorite movie right now of all time?
Die Hard.
Ha ha! Yes.
As a matter of fact, that's the best Christmas movie of all time. Also,
I love that movie. If you ever want to get just a testosterone boost, and John McClane, well, I can't say it here, but the yippee-ki-yay moment is awesome. But I also love that where he's flying out the window with the fire hose wrapped around his waist, 100 stories in the air. Who does that? And how unfortunate is this guy that he had 3 times in his life where he had to save the world because of terrorists attacking something, and he just happened to be there, and he just has that tough guy persona,
yeah, it's just perfect. It's
Yeah.
just a good movie. Good
It
one-liners.
is.
and-
Good one-liners. It's like watching a Schwarzenegger movie. A good Schwarzenegger movie has good one-liners.
Right.
It's not my favorite movie of all time. For as I guess energy-driven as I am at times, you'd think I'd be more than I love that movie though. I love it. But my favorite movie of all time is Casablanca, and I don't know if there's enough people around here seen it, and it wasn't always that way. In the last 6 years, my wife's a real old movie buff, and it came on the Turner Classic Movie. And the first time I watched this from start to finish is one of those movies that when it got done, I wish I could start over and watch it again.
Yeah.
It was so good. And you talk about movie lines in Casablanca.
Oh, yeah.
The infamous "play it again, Sam," which is never really said, but it's paraphrased in the movie. And at the end of the movie, when he's walking away with the French consulate, this is the start of something beautiful, and just all these movie quips. But it's old school. The special effects by today's standards. They kill a guy by holding a gun here and go bang like this, and it almost sounds like bang is the sound it makes.
Yeah.
But they're not great.
Just the story.
But the story itself and the characters, Ingrid Bergman, Humphrey Bogart, Claude Rains. You talk about some classic movie stars, and you think about the 40s. That was right at 42, I think it was made. They were just starting to get an idea of how to make movies. But it was in that golden age where you had the big stars and the big names and the big movie sets and things like that.
Right.
So, but Die Hard is also kind of on that. It's over the top,
Yeah,
and it's a great Christmas movie. I mean, who'd have thunk blowing up Nakatomi Plaza would be a great Christmas movie? But it is, and I love the end of it when I think it's his wife, don't she punch the photographer
Yeah.
in the face?
Yeah.
It's like, you want her to do it, but you don't know it, and then bam, she does it. It's like, you feel good about it. You feel good about it. So a good Christmas movie. So we will have a section here. This will lead into, I don't know if it'll get done this month, but we'll have a kind of a movie review section. It was suggested by one of the people on
That's
the
good,
committee.
yeah.
And I love movies, so we'll go into it. But hey, thank you again for your
Yeah.
time. I loved it.